Welcome to Essex County College's Community Education Forum TV series. Now here's your host, Mr. Alfred Bundy.
Welcome to Essex County College's Community Education Forum. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy, and the Executive Director for Institutional Advancement here at the college. Kicking off today's program is a familiar face to both this show and to the college community. Now making his fifth appearance on the show, he is a champion for our students and the leader of our administration. Please welcome the 9th president of Essex County College, Dr. Augustine A. Boakye. Thank you for coming to the forum.
Thank you, Mr. Bundy.
As you know, this is a very special taping. This is the second time we've had to come to this beautiful West Essex campus to talk about what's going on at Essex County College. And speaking of this campus, as you know, we've made a lot of investments here with new classrooms, with a new laboratory. We've got a 300-car parking facility and certainly a soccer room. Share with us, you know, in your opinion, since the ribbon cutting, what's been your impression of the success we've had and the impact it's had on this community?
First of all, I just want to say that our building is iconic in the community of West Caldwell, and everybody loves it. So that is the first thing. But that's not the most important thing to talk about today. However, to reflect on the mission and the vision of this institution and why we needed this campus. Our programs are number one. We have already brought back a number of programs, including our nursing program, which we never had here prior to the construction. We also have our business programs with its own Bloomberg Lab. We're having all other major programs coming here, cybersecurity and data science. So if you look at our programs, Essex County College is doing very well since we reopened this campus.
And people should know that we've been here for almost 40 years, and we just took like almost to the date, just 2 years to rebuild this beautiful building.
You're right. So other than the programs, we have qualified staff and faculty that are here to ensure that these programs are well implemented. Then we also been doing very well by partnering with the community members, having multiple events here at West Caldwell. In fact, this Saturday, April 5th, Essex County College is organizing Autism Awareness Conference here at West Essex campus.
And let's talk about that for just a second. It's about autism, and is this for who? Is it for parents, educators? Who's it for?
This is a public event which we are inviting everybody who want to know more about autism and how we can all help autism families and children. We also aim at, in the future, building a new program on autism here at West Caldwell. Apart from that, we're also inviting other stakeholders to organize conferences here, and even our soccer field, which we have right here, is not serving only our athletics team, the Wolverines. No, we're also using this site or the soccer field for our Essex County Schools of Technology. And again,
that's the vocational school.
Yeah, the vocational schools. They are also using the soccer field, and the local clubs are also taking advantage of the field.
You mean the local soccer clubs around here in the Caldwells?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know they came. They practice here too.
Yes.
Oh, so it's a beautiful field.
Yes. So in all, the facility is already serving the community as predicted.
And I think people might be interested to know also that we kind of have an advisory board that we meet with on a regular basis. Talk to us about the advisory board and some of the people that we have.
That is right. We have the mayor of West Caldwell and few other key people in the community. We have superintendents, we have business people who are so interested in this institution and are working with us day by day to revise and review and revise our programs that we have and make sure that we provide what is most needed to the community. So that is the key role that the advisory board is playing at this stage.
It's also been a season of achievements for Essex County College. Just for a moment, just talk about some of the good things, some of the success stories that we've had at Essex County College.
Our momentum is built around the fact that Essex County College is still strong in terms of our ability to offer quality education at affordable rates to our students. That is a key thing that we do.
Yeah, we want to reinforce that. It's affordable to come here. It makes
Essex
sense.
County provide quality education at affordable rate as compared to other four-year institutions in the community. But that's not the only thing. Essex County College is fully accredited with a regional accrediting body called Middle States Accreditation Council of Higher Education. So Essex County College is fully accredited.
And I think, Dr.
I
Walsh,
want to repeat that.
Yeah, we have to salute your team because, I mean, it went through with flying colors. There were no problems, no errors, nowhere. That this was a full accreditation on the first time that the team came and gave us a 100% stamp of approval.
Yes, so Middle States has 7 standards and 15 requirements. And when the team visited the college and reviewed our self-study and interviewed the constituents, we were able to have all the 7 standards cleared and also the 15 requirements. So that is a great achievement. But not only the Middle States accreditation, we also have specialized accreditation with specific programs like business programs. We have accreditation council for business schools and programs, our nursing programs, our human and social services program, our paralegal program, our engineering programs.
I think Vision Care recently, right?
Yes, and Vision Care. Right. All these programs, we have specialized accreditation with them.
Talk to me, though, about some of the outstanding student achievements. I know we had some students who have just been rocking and rolling.
Yes, our students are doing very well. Despite that, some of them have internship with NASA and all these big organizations. Our students are doing well across the country in every aspect they find themselves. And I just want to share that 3 of our students are part of the Great Jack and Cook Scholarship. And this Jack and Cook Scholarship gives students up to about $65,000 each year to go to 4-year institutions.
To continue their education, $65,000 a year. I wish that program was around when I was coming up. Oh, my goodness.
Again, we have 3 of our students as semi-finalists. So,
and I think you had 2 young women who were also recognized as All-American scholars and were honored. Tell us about the 2 students, 2 young women who...
so these 2 young women are doing well, and yes, they got that, and they were also recognized by the Essex County Executive, Honorable Jody, to recognize all the achievement during the Women History Month.
And I think I want to say their name. Let me try it now. I think it's Layla.
Yes, Layla Lawal.
And then there was Tuwila.
Yes, Tuwila.
Okay. Okay. And so we want to make sure we understand. Now, we have a couple facility things that are happening that people need to know about in our main campus. We've been working for a while to have a new library. Talk to us about the new Martin Luther King Library.
That is ready to be launched. We're about to do the ribbon cutting on April 24th. So this is a newly renovated and modernized library to help our students to do research and support teaching and learning. And this is at the main campus, Newark. And we're about to do the ribbon cutting on April 24th,
and then
at 10 a.m.
And then in May, early May, something that's been coming for years, we have to thank you so much for the first time in history, we're getting ready to open the Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame, the Wolverines Athletic Hall of Fame. Just briefly tell us about that event and how excited we are.
So that event is also coming up on May 9th, and that is about our Athletics Hall of Fame, Wolverine, Essex County, Wolverine, Essex County College, Wolverine Athletics Hall of Fame. This is the first time we're having in our college. Don't forget that Essex County College is one of the few colleges in the state of New Jersey that has most Olympians. So at the event, we're going to bring a number of the Olympians back to the stage.
And I think we need to really underscore that, Dr. Watson. Here we have had almost 33, I think, Olympians that have been part of Essex County College who have represented their nations and their countries when they went back home. But they got their training right here at Essex County, and we're going to put a few of them in our Hall of Fame. Dr. Watson, certainly one of the things that has concerned most college leadership since there's been recent executive orders that have come out of the new administration in Washington, particularly around education. Share with us how Essex County College has been responding to these executive orders to both our staff and our students.
Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of uncertainties around higher ed over the last few months through these executive orders. But Essex County College is one of the 18 community colleges we have in the state of New Jersey. So we've been partnering with our sister institutions, and as the executive orders are issued, we meet on regular basis, we review them, and we come out with the best ways to continue our operations in the context of these executive orders. But truly, we understand who we are and what we stand for as a college, and we understand the concerns of our students and our faculty, staff, and parents. So what we do internally is to provide the needed support. As we speak, we have expanded our food pantry for our students. We have also expanded our mental health services. We're providing some form of transportation support and accommodation to some of our students. And again, this is opportunity to urge our president, our governor, and our elected officials, as well as policymakers, to reconsider how they support higher ed, especially Essex County College, in terms of funding, and also funding to the students as well, because we need this to continue to offer the quality education we stand for.
And I think we want to commend you because also I think you put a task force in place to take a close look at all these executive orders, if I'm not mistaken, to look, at these executive orders closely to make sure that we are in compliance. Am I correct?
Yes. So obviously that is what we've done to truly understand, ask questions as to what these mean and how we can work in the context of these executive orders.
Be remiss if we don't mention that coming up in May is our big day of the year, and I think you can tell us the date. It's coming up, I think it's May
27th.
Tell us what that big day is.
So May 27th, Essex County College is going to have our 2025 graduation or commencement, and this will happen at the Prudential Center in Newark. It's most important to share that every year we graduate close to 1,200 students, and not only on a regular basis. It will amaze you to hear that we have partnered with the high schools, and some students are doing what we call dual enrollment. Whilst they are in the high school, they also take college courses. In 2023, we had about 107 students that graduated with their high school diplomas and at the same time college degrees.
And once again, I want to say that again. I mean, they graduated with their high school diploma and a 2-year associate degree from Essex County College. Yes. We are out of time, Dr. Boakye, but before we go, one word, one thought, one message of hope that you might want to leave with our college community, especially in these kind of unusual times that the colleges are facing. Share with us just a message of hope that you want to make sure.
So as I share the concerns of everybody, I'm hopeful that our students, our faculty, our staff, and parents, and the community as a whole, we can all wrap our hands together. We can come together and support one another. I'm hopeful that with the support system we put in place and the vision that we have and the coordination and collaboration, we will be able to continue to provide quality education and support our community to ensure that nobody will suffer as a result of all these changes, and provide a strong academic education for our people to increase their standard of living and also make sure that we provide the right skilled labor to feed our industries.
That's true. We are a very important engine and a very important partner of this county. Dr. Watch, I can't thank you enough for taking time for joining us once again on the forum. And as always, we appreciate your continued leadership and commitment to Essex County College. But before we go, take a look at Essex County College's Alumni Corner and meet Mr. Marvin Jordan from the class of 2001. Essex County College made a difference in his life. He is now making a difference in the world. Check this out.
Essex County College jump-started my higher education career with outstanding programs and dedicated and caring professors. ECC will do the same for you. Check it out. You too can finish your degree at ECC.
Whether it's jump-starting a new career or working toward your degree, Essex County College provides access and opportunities to succeed. ECC offers biology, engineering, computer science, nursing and health sciences, criminal justice, business, liberal arts, supply chain management, and social science in-demand programs. Learn more today about Essex County College. Students first.
Welcome back to Essex County College's Community Education Forum. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy. We're now joined by Maria HeidKamp, Chief Innovation and Policy Officer for the New Jersey Council of County Colleges. Maria has the role of looking at a lot of the big picture items for the council. They include economic mobility, innovation. She's also probably the leader of working with all of our affinity groups. So we're just delighted to have you here at the forum. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you so much, Al.
Would you just share for our audience just a little bit about the mission and the purpose of the council and its role in advancing state, the community college movement?
The New Jersey Council of County Colleges actually exists in state statute to represent our 18 community colleges and our 240,000 students. We deal with the state legislature, we deal with the governor's office, we make sure that our policy agenda gets a hearing in Trenton. We also make sure that we're sharing promising and innovative practices across the 18 colleges. So for example, last year we put out our opportunity agenda, a blueprint for economic mobility, and we got all 18 colleges to contribute to that agenda, and we're taking the strategies from that agenda and working with the state legislature to promote a package of bills. One of our functions is we're the entity that puts together the state budget request. This is budget season right now, so we're all living and breathing the state budget saga.
And we're going to talk about that budget in a little while, but before we do, it wasn't only maybe about 8 weeks ago, we were all in Washington, and we were there for the National Legislative Summit held by ACCT, but your office, your area, the council helped coordinate all that we did for the New Jersey College leadership and our delegation. Share with us a little bit about what that trip was like and what goes on in Washington.
Yeah, we had, I think it was 14 colleges and about 65 presidents, students, trustees, and other community college leaders from New Jersey who spent a few days in DC visiting all of the congressional delegation offices. It's a chance to make sure that they understand the value of our community colleges and that they know that we want them to continue to support programs like Pell Grants and the career and technical education and workforce programs where we need their help. And this year, maybe more than ever, raising awareness with our congressional delegation has been incredibly important.
And of course, that leads us to the concerns that we have seen. All the colleges right now have been dealing with the executive orders coming out of the new administration. How's the council advising community college leaders to deal and navigate with these challenges?
I guess I need to say up front that we're not lawyers, so we cannot give legal opinions on anything. That said, we're in regular contact with the presidents to talk about the implications of some of these executive orders. Of course, it's a shifting environment, so things are in flux, but we are making sure that the presidents are sharing their concerns with each other. They're also sharing examples of innovative communications that they're putting out on their campuses. We are doing everything we can to support the colleges in this environment.
And we are really appreciative because, even myself, we help, draft some of our, new policy advice to our students.
Yeah.
And we got that from, some of the directions that's come from your area.
Well, we don't want any of the colleges, though, to prematurely finish or cut programs that are serving students. We're kind of trying to take an inventory of what's going on. So, and see.
Looking at what's going on with some of the federal cuts, especially the elimination of USDOE, U.S. Department of Education, what would some of the programs that could be in jeopardy? What are some of the areas that we possibly are concerned about?
We're deeply concerned about any cuts to financial aid programs like the Pell Grant. We have almost 50,000 New Jersey community college students and about 6,000 at Essex County College who benefit from Pell Grant awards. It's about $194 million in New Jersey. So that, for us, is absolutely vital. There's about $50 million in other grants, some of them competitive, some workforce related, that come to colleges in New Jersey. We're worried about that. And I, as you well know, New Jersey is one of the most diverse states in the country. Essex County College is both a predominantly Black and a Hispanic serving institution, right? So some of these are grants that would go to support institutions with that kind of mission.
People need to understand those designations are federally designated, and you're right, they do represent dollars to our students and to our campus. With the federal education changes, how is that impacting the New Jersey state budget and community colleges funding?
In the governor's proposed budget for the upcoming fiscal year, we understand it's a tough budget environment, but the cuts are just horrendously bad for us. It's a $20 million cut to operating aid, it's about 12%. There are cuts to programs that support financial aid and student success. We're already 46th in the country for how the state funds community colleges.
Let's reinforce that point. Hold it. We're at the lowest level of how states support community college. You said number 46,
we're 46
out of 50.
Yeah.
Which is really, well.
And if these cuts were to go through, our funding would be equivalent to what it was in 2005, so 20 years ago. And we have $13 million increase in healthcare costs coming up this year. We have inflation that everybody else is dealing with, and all the federal uncertainty we're talking about. So,
and certainly we're also looking at an enrollment cliff that many schools are already concerned about. What's the call to action given some of these uncertainties that we're looking at from where you sit or where the council sits? What's the call to action to our community?
We need everybody who either goes to a community college, works at a community college, knows anybody who went to or worked at a community college to advocate with our state legislature and the governor's office and your county officials and others to get the word out. We know our community colleges change lives. They power our state's economy. We need to make the investment and we need help. We have a legislative action campaign. I can share a QR code and a link so that if your viewers want to click on that, it generates letters that go to the Assembly Speaker, the Senate President, the Budget and Higher Education Committee chairs and vice chairs, and your local delegations.
And we certainly can superimpose that.
Okay, that'd be great.
To the show.
But we need people to show up at budget hearings and things, and we've had great luck with that with the first two hearings so far this year.
Okay. And let's talk more about how community colleges are part of the economic vitality of the state. The council's played a role in creating something called Pathways to Career Opportunity programs and projects. We actually have one here at Essex County College. Talk to us about how that benefits students and how it benefits our economy and our state.
The Pathways to Career Opportunities initiative is in its third year right now. It has been a phenomenally successful program that has built some 50 pathways that start in middle and high school with career awareness and dual enrollment opportunities, takes people through community college and associate degrees and other workforce credentials, ties that to four-year and other kinds of opportunities at four-year colleges and universities, and has opportunities for people who need to upskill or reskill later in their careers. So it is the full spectrum. We have over 1,800 partners, employers, unions, educational institutions, community and social justice organizations, and others that have all been working together to build this infrastructure.
And Maria, let's underscore that pathway. That it's actually a pathway to a real career.
Absolutely, and it's it uses something called stackable credentials, which lets people build, whether it's an apprenticeship program, that might give you credit toward an associate's degree. If it's an associate's degree, it makes sure that you see how that translates to a four-year degree or other workforce credentials.
Absolutely, and even those who are in our workforce development training programs right here at Essex County College. Stackable credentials are so important. They're also getting not only the skill, but they're also getting the academic portion to understand the work and the career that they're in.
And I should say this is happening in our critical industries, right? Healthcare, IT, advanced manufacturing, renewable energy, all of those sectors.
We don't have a lot of time left, but I want to talk to you about the second annual New Jersey College Opportunity Summit. It's coming up. I think it starts on June 3rd. Talk to us about what's going to happen in Atlantic City in a few weeks.
Yeah, I think it's June 4th to 6th at the Hard Rock Cafe. The first day will be basically a celebration of the Pathways to Career Opportunities initiative. We expect all partners, employers, unions, community-based organizations, workforce development practitioners, and others to come out to talk about the successful work of the Pathways initiative. The second and third days are going to focus on, I mentioned our opportunity agenda earlier, right? With the themes of our opportunity agenda involve helping all high school students get to either career or further education, helping students succeed and address their basic needs, academic and career pathways, and also helping adults get credentials that lead to family-sustaining wages. So the second and third days will really focus on themes from that opportunity agenda. We'll have national and state speakers, and we'll talk about a lot of innovations at our 18 community colleges.
In the midst of all these changes, before we end, share what the good news that we don't want to get overlooked with all these changes and uncertainties that are going on. What's the kind of key message that people need to understand about the community college movement in New Jersey?
First, thank you for that question, because I think right now it's tough times for higher education in general, and it helps to remember there are things we need to be grateful for. Our colleges are mission-driven. They change lives. They power the economy. When we put out a call for those Senate and Assembly public budget hearings, we had so many supporters come out. We had students come out to share their stories, to testify. Some of them are student parents. They're first in their family to go to college. They're low-income students who've overcome all sorts of obstacles. When we know we can team up together in support of those students and our mission in this state, that gives me hope.
Well, we're going to end on that note, and thank you, Maria. Thank you and the council for your time and for the vital work that you do to continue to strengthen the community college movement here in New Jersey. You have been watching Essex County College's Community Education Forum. For more information on Essex County College, visit our website at essex.edu. To catch any of our community education forum shows, check us out on Facebook or YouTube. I'm your host, Alfred Bundy. We will see you next time.